Looking for the real thing somewhere. We crossed the wrong wires. I dare you to fix this heartbreak. Baby, we got miles to go.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday Night Rocket League action, NECC quarterfinals match between Valparaiso University Brown team and Rio Grande University. I'm here in the studio this week. Alongside me is Laird doing some color for us in the studio. What are your takeaways and thoughts on this upcoming game? We've seen these two teams play each other before. Both teams really putting up a good fight, and look to see the same thing come up. Afternoon, there's an early goal there.
I was going to say, obviously, the big thing to keep in mind is the defensive end on Valpo's side. If you are not letting the other team score on you, they cannot beat you. And that's the big takeaway in most of these matches. Obviously, an early goal here is going to make it a little bit more difficult for them, but I really like the starting lineup that Valpo's bringing out. Obviously, Master Seb in the shot is going to be really good for the goal scoring potential of Valpo's side. Really good juke potential on the other team, and a lot of potential here for Valpo's offense to get helped up. But again, they need that defense.
They do need that defense. Valpo's defense is one of the best in the league this season. Apai has been a great support player for this Valpo team, really bringing a lot of saves. He does lead the team in saves this year as well. So he has been the driving force for this Valpo defense. So hopefully we see some good play from him as well today.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you saw that clear a second ago. Was able to take it all the way across the pitch. Nearly able to set up a teammate for a goal, but it's going to be back in the favor of Rio Grande. They're taking it back into Valpo's zone, and an unfortunate stall in the air is going to cause Valpo to let another goal slip through the cracks.
So 3:48 left in this first game. Remember, these series are best of 5. Once you win the first 2 games of the series, you really tend to run away with the third. So Valpo's going to want to come back here, hopefully keep momentum on their side, and hopefully come back here to at least tie it up and make this game a little bit closer than it's looking right now.
Yeah, Bolivia's right off the rip there with a really good face-off win. And then a couple teammates whiffing there is going to give the ball right back to Rio Grande. Seb able to disrupt that one a little bit before it gets bad. Taking it off the wall, puts it in the center, and then Rio Grande is able to retribute right back.
So we watched these two teams play about 4 weeks ago. So just about a month ago, these two teams played each other. And I don't remember the exact outcome of that game, but I do remember that game going to a final game in the series. So these teams are very close in terms of skill level. All their players at the Grand Champion level, as most, are in this upper NECC division. But really what divides players at that level is their fundamentals and their dribbling ability, their save ability, and their passing ability in terms of team play for these high-level teams.
Yeah, you want to talk about fundamentals? Valpo's got a very good, solid foundation here with a lot of their players. I just feel like, again, it's all about that explosive play that Rio Grande's definitely been able to bring to the table that Valparaiso has been lacking as of yet. But then again, they are a team that gets better as the set goes on. We've known this from time to time again, and tonight is looking like it might be no different. Master Seb going up top, sets up Oblivious for a potential goal, but just a little bit late on the hit.
So we do see Master Seb back in this week after sitting out the first 3 games of last week's game, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. We didn't have a game last week. Last week was the break week for the NECC. Master Seb with a good save there off the shot from Jay Spiel, who is one of Rio Grande's dominating offensive forces. So look to see him come out with some good shots and some good plays. So we see him up for an air dribble right now off the ceiling, and that ball's towards Valpo's net. Apai with a rare miss, and Anonymous with a 3rd goal for Rio Grande. 2 minutes left in this one.
Man, again, the pounding has not stopped yet, and again, that one whiff from Apai, who's been, as we've talked about before, the defensive powerhouse, completely supporting Valpo's lineup. And unfortunately, that's going to put them at even worse of a deficit. So 3 goals to nothing here, 2 minutes left. I've seen bigger comebacks before, and Valpo's a scrappy enough unit to potentially pull this one out.
Olivier's coming up towards the wall. Captain Clutch, RL. Looks like he's got a Twitch channel. Go check him out if you want to. He's going to get an air dribble up there. We'll see if he gets the pinch, and he does. Jay Spiel with a shot. A good save from Oblivix to take that one away.
He's waiting in the goals, right place, right time, able to deflect that one and put a stop to the bleeding there for Valpo. But then again, Anonymous and the rest of the Rio Grande lineup has been really good at disrupting any potential offense that Valparaiso has been able to try to mount. Any single time there's a possession on the side of Valpo, somebody's there to just knock it away.
Oblivix looks like he's got an open field in front. Jay Spiel coming up off the back quarter there, though, with the save. Really good in terms of his positioning as a 3-man there. Kind of unseen from Valpo's end. I didn't even notice him until he came across the screen. But being there is exactly what you want to do. You want to hide from that offensive pressure and then kind of come out of your 3 spot, hiding in that back quarter like I mentioned to make that save. Anonymous also 50-50 with Master 7 there. Ball going in.
Ooh, I like that play from Anonymous, recognizing that if he touched that, it was probably going to go away from the goal. And if he didn't touch it, it was going to have a bit of a chance to move in there. I like that heads-up play. And honestly, I feel like that's just Captain Clutch's, that's in his wheelhouse. Very good at setting up the rest of his team with these stray shots at the goal, but not necessarily in them. And there's a lot of passing potential for this Rio Grande unit.
So Captain Clutch pulling in 370 points so far in this game. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 368 points for him. He's leading, and Oblivix leading the Valpo squad with 326. So pretty close up high on the leaderboard. Apai making a play towards net. 7 seconds left. Looks like this one is out of reach, so Rio Grande will take game 1. We'll do a little post-game recap here once we see these scores, but Rio Grande dominating in this first game.
Yeah, and you just saw a second there. Apai, all the efforts were in vain, trying to extend that game a little bit longer. But that gives Valpo just enough time to regroup, get back into it, but that was complete domination game 1 for Rio Grande.
Taking a look at the scoreboard, Rio Grande had all 3 players in the 300-plus range. We look down at Valpo's side. Not really of the same caliber this game. Oblivix the only player with over 300 and only 4 shots combined here for Valpo versus Rio Grande's 9. So the shooting percentage for Rio Grande, 33%, but Valpo's shooting percentage 0 in this one. Disappointing. They're going to look to kind of come out a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. As Laird had mentioned, they are a team that gets better as they go along. So looking to see, Master Seb has left the match, potentially a connection issue. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah, but I think my friend, we need to see some offense from Valpo's side of things. They've had clear-cut potential with some really good dribbles, particularly on the part of Master Seb and Oblivix with a couple really good shots to set up for potential follow-ups and rebounds on Valpo's side. But again, just not a whole lot going on in terms of actually scoring goals, which is something you absolutely need to do to win any match.
So we saw there, it looks like Colrox has subbed in for this Valpo squad, replacing Master Seb. So might have been some inconsistent play in terms of Valpo's coaching staff, what they were seeing from him. He is one of the higher ranking players, so they do expect him to, kind of come out a little bit stronger. One of my personal friends outside of, casting and Rocket League, so always disappointing to see him subbed out.
And my roommate.
And Laird's roommate, so hopefully we will see some stronger play from Valpo and maybe a little bit better team dynamic coming up.
Yeah. Teamwork is something that I think Valpo has been kind of hesitant on actually extending to the next level. Obviously, Master Seb joining the match again, but not going to be on Valpo's roster for this one. And yeah, I think he's just going to be spectating, keeping notes, keeping tabs for his team, as well as possibly taking notes for himself. But we're going to be getting into the opening kickoff of Game 2 in just a moment. Both teams making sure they're readied up, and here it is, the opening send-off. Let's go.
API rocking those titanium white Zombas, some of the rarest wheels in Rocket League, so I'm wondering how he got his hands on some of those, but they do look good with that saffron octane. Flashy car for a flashy player on defense there. Captain Clutch and Obliviox going at each other, and API coming up from the back half of the field, rotating out well with Colrox there, going from the 2 to 3 position.
Something I've noticed about Anonymous as a player on Rio Grande's unit is that they really like to get those bounces off the ceiling. Anytime the ball goes up, you can expect Anonymous to be up there, right there with it.
So Jay Spiel off the pass from Captain Clutch, and Anonymous is right there. Like you were saying, he's got an early goal in this game about 30 seconds into this one, putting Rio Grande on the board.
Yeah, nice setup there. Jay Spiel using Colrox's car actually to bounce that ball into a perfect position, shot right in the corner, pretty much indefensible for Valpo's unit, and that's going to be another early one for Rio Grande.
Obliviox winning that kickoff, Captain Clutch predicting it well, probably some coordination ahead of time on that one. Teammates usually calling out a side on kickoff, so probably something in the works there. Jay Spiel coming off the ceiling, Captain Clutch going up. We'll see if he can get a double touch. He does not. Great defensive play from API, getting credited with a save there.
Yeah, good disruption. Again, whenever you see Captain Clutch go up, you got to be ready for him to hit the ground hard because this man is dangerous.
Ball sitting in front of the net for a little bit. API going over Anonymous there to clear that ball out for Rio Grande.
Generated a little bit of offense for his team as well. And again, setting up Captain Clutch for such an impressive shot. Look at that. There was a 3-man option there. Set it up to Anonymous and then had Jay Spiel on the other side. And then that obviously gave a lot of room for Captain Clutch to get that goal.
So a little bit of a defensive breakdown there for Valpo there. It looks like a little bit of a double commit and a little bit of an over commit there as well. So hopefully they're able to kind of get back on track. We've seen some poor rotation and just some, poor kind of team play from Valpo here, struggling to set up passes, struggling to make plays. There's a goal from Valpo though, coming from API off the pass from Colrox.
First of the set, and it looks like the momentum has not been lost, not deterred. Colrox with a nice setup on that crossbar at the top, and then API going up to finish that one. All right, finally on the board is Valpo, but they need to keep the momentum climbing because one little goal's being slipped through the cracks, and that's a huge lead again for Rio Grande.
Anonymous pass. It didn't look like a pass, but it worked out. Jay Spiel got there. Obliviox in front of the net. Valpo's got 3 guys up on the offensive side of the field. So either they're pushing or once again another rotational flaw there, but API making a play as well on the ball. Anonymous knocking it away again. Take a look at the scoreboard here. Anonymous once again leading his team, 334 points so far, and he is the top point earner on the field right now.
Yeah, but this time we see Valparaiso's unit being shored up a little bit in their points department as well. So they're not being outdone. They're actually working at pretty high efficiency. Anonymous, again, the aerial supremacy that this man brings to the table is quite impressive.
So Anonymous and Obliviox over on the far end from the camera. API missing their Colrox ball up high over center.
Ooh,
Anonymous tapped by API. A poor attempt there from Rio Grande.
A dangerous shot, though, nonetheless. I mean, a couple inches, pixels lower. That was a goal.
Jay Spiel high in the air. His aerial play is some of the best on the field right now. So Valpo's got to be frustrated right now, playing a team that they've already seen before in this season. Rio Grande probably taking advantage of the fact that they've played them already, learning their weaknesses. Probably did some replay review before this game. I know that Valpo did as well. Colrox with a good ball.
Oh, beautiful.
Good play, ties that one up. 2 minutes left, just over 2 minutes left, I should say. Ties that one up. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, rides it off the wall, splits the whole defense, and finds his man API ready in the wings to get that one. That's 2 for API, but again, 2 really good steps from Colrox. The combination of these 2 is pretty much uncontestable whenever they have a good position.
Jay Spiel will have this ball to himself. See if he can get the ground pinch. He does not. Obliviox knocking that one away. Nanamu's going up for it. Nothing to come of that. API, ball off the wall. Looks like he's trying to carry it. I don't know if he touched that. Looks like he was floating with the ball, but regardless, Rio Grande with possession at center field.
Yeah, a lot of car-on-car collisions there, pinching that ball and squirting it all which directions. But it looks like Valpo is starting to mount their own offense. Never mind, defensive plays there from Rio Grande is starting to send this one back into Valpo's defensive zone. Nanamoose with a good setup. Cole Rocks just in time to save that one.
Jay Spiel once again up in the air. I feel like I've been repeating myself with how much he's been aerialing. Ball up off the back wall. Oblivix going up. Captain Clutch beats him to it. Good beat there in the air. A high ball coming towards Jay Spiel. A little bit of a slow dribble there. Oblivix knocking that one back home. A high with the miss.
Yeah, really good team play there from Valpo, though. They had all three men in their proper positions. API for the immediate disruption to take it away from the strongest player on Rio Grande's team, and that is Captain Clutch. And then the other two in the back, ready to prevent any goals from happening.
Cole Rocks knocking that underneath Rio Grande's defense there. Oblivix trying to make something happen with a flick. Anonymous does read that well. 35 seconds left in this one. Still all tied up from that Valpo goal just a minute and a half ago.
Yep. Korok setting up his team well. Jay Spiel trying to disrupt it a little bit. Keeps the ball up in the air, but it's going to be Oblivix taking it out from Valpo's zone. Captain Clutch sending it up high into the air. This is where Api and Korok's thrive, but Api going to touch it, send it back to the ground. Korok's going to be retreating to the defensive zone. And just in time, too. What a save there for Valpo's unit.
Looked like Jay Spiel was going to make a play on that. He does not. Korok's knocking that ball towards Rio Grande's end, and it looks like time will run out in this one unless something happens, which it does not. So,
Nope.
Sudden death overtime, game 2 here. Once again, NECC Rocket League quarterfinals on Valpo.
Oh, nice!
And there's a goal from Korok's right during our identification.
Man.
And that's a Valpo win. Ties the series up at 1 game apiece.
Oh, that was such a bad miss there from Anonymous. I mean, right off the rip there, Valpo wins that overtime in the clutchest way possible. Api wins the face-off, shoots it right into the corner of the goal, and yep, really hard positioning there for Rio Grande to adapt, and then it just Cole Rocks with the last-minute goal for the win. What a play, what a team. We're going into game number 3 next, and it is one apiece for both these teams.
We will be right back with game 3. We will take a quick break and catch up with the third game of the series after the break.
Smoke is coming to the sky. You can't believe your senses. You think you've seen it until you open your eyes. I never wanna be alone. This place is cursed. I want you to never leave my side.
Back with game 3. It is a sunny 50-degree day here in Valparaiso, Indiana. We bring you NECC playoff action here. Valpo Rocket League Brown team versus Rio Grande University just over in Ohio. Jay Spiel once again in the air to make an early play for Rio Grande, and Cole Rocks knocking it away on defense. So we've seen some strong play from both teams now. They both tied up 1 apiece. So Laird, what do you think Valpo has to do in order to, continue that win momentum and pull in another game or 2 here?
Yeah, momentum, I'm really glad you mentioned that because Rocket League's a very, very important game to not get discouraged in. Valpo getting that win in game 2, definitely going to be a good sign for their future. But I think the key to their victory here, Ethan, is that they need to keep this offense going. Obviously, offense was very much lacking in Game 1, but once you finally had that combination of Api and Korok's come in, the two work off each other so well, and they set each other up for such good positions and goals, that I feel like if you can get that team in a perfect position, I don't think it's very much to say Valpo could definitely win this one.
I also think that Valpo does have a chance. Their only downside here is, their defense has broken down a little bit here today. So obviously, they're still trailing Rio Grande overall in total goals. So it would be nice to see them maybe, come out and dominate one of these games, kind of take some goals. And a bad miss there from Api getting flicked to the moon by Jay Spiel there, but Valpo there on defense to back up their player.
I love that lack of hesitation there from Jay Spiel. He just takes the ball, carries it a little bit, and jukes every single one of the players on Valpo's team individually, setting up his team very well. But that said, they have not been able to clear the zone just yet. Finally going to get a little bit of a touch in their favor, and the counterattack is coming in from Jay Spiel. He's spearheading this one, sets it up high, going to try to have that one float over, but Anonymous is going to hit it in the corner to probably rebound for another shot.
We just saw Apai miss again here, so Apai a little bit off on his defensive game. That one will drop in front for a goal.
Unfortunate. That was a demo onto Apai.
It was a demo there. Captain Clutch going up. Good demo there by Anonymous. Jay Spiel coming up from midfield, it looked like, there to shoot that one in. So he is rocking the Adidas cart and the custom logo on his profile picture. So he's here and he means business here, and he is leading this Rio Grande team in terms of, points so far today. So one of their strongest aerial players as well. Obliviox making a play from center. Anonymous is there on defense.
Yeah, but Apai going to keep this one in the defensive zone for Rio Grande. They're trying to clear it out. Obliviox and Colrox not quite sneaking up on that one, and is going to be taken away again by Jay Spiel, who's been a really good defensive unit for this Rio Grande team, disrupting pretty much every bit of offense that Valparaiso's been able to mount so far this match.
Anonymous making a play out of the left quarter, still in the air with it. Apai making a stop. Captain Clutch with another shot. Colrox there and another shot.
Oh, dude.
Jay Spiel with his second goal of the game. Valpo leaving those rebounds out in the middle of the field, and that is punishing.
That's incredibly punishing. I feel like the big thing that Valpo has an issue with compared to this unit is that they have a hard time syncing up all three of them. Meanwhile, every single offensive series that Rio Grande has, they are able to get every single man on the ball individually, mix up where they go, set each other up super well. They use their whole roster, and that's something that can't be taught. That team synergy and that chemistry that these players have is definitely not understated.
Apai looks like he will make a play here over the center of the field. Jay Spiel in the air again. He's probably gone up for at least 50 to 60 aerials here tonight, and he has definitely been in the air more than any other player out there on the field. Colrox rushing downfield to try to make something happen with that one. Does beat Jay Spiel there. A little bit of a lag there in terms of a play. Anonymous with the ball over the crossbar. Jay Spiel back over. This one will drop in front of the net. Apai knocks that away, and Obliviox knocks it even further.
Yeah, Anonymous trying to prevent an own goal. Does not need any interference, though, because that one was not on target. Apai coming around towards the center. Going to take it out slowly, trying to go for a flick. Not quite going to get it, and it is going to be a rebound play here for Rio Grande. Looking over the top. A really nice shot from Anonymous, but it's just going to fall short of that corner.
Looks like ball up high. See if anyone can make an aerial. No one on Valpo's team went up for that ball, and Obliviox missed the second touch opportunity. Jay Spiel off the backboard there, and he dribbles Apai with the stop. Looks like Obliviox will collect. He's in the air. Pass switches the field. Colrox with a ball towards the net. See if Valpo can do anything. Jay Spiel beating to that, and a demo. Captain Clutch on Obliviox as well.
Yeah, and that's going to definitely rout Valpo a little bit. They need to regroup. A little bit of a joust there. Anonymous going to win out with Apai falling last minute. Colrox hitting against the wall into Obliviox. That's an open goal. And yep, Apai is definitely going to be there to capitalize. Whenever Colrox hits it against the wall, Apai always has his mouth a hankering to get this goal. Look at Obliviox with that little touch too.
So that is Apai's third goal of the series tonight. So he has definitely switched roles a little bit here for this Valpo team, switching from the more defensive-oriented player to kind of pulling in some more of their offensive positions, which unfortunately seems to have left a little bit of a defensive gap for Valpo, who's usually relying on him in terms of defense. Colrox bringing the ball up here, Jay Spiel knocking it away, but Apai really kind of switching his role, so we'll see if he keeps that up or if he kind of starts to take more of a support position again. Anonymous stopping that ball at center field. Colrox with the challenge.
Oh, yes, baby.
Valpo. 2 goals within, what was that, 30 seconds on the clock there. 2 goals for Valpo tying that game up.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that that was started from really good defensive play on the part of Valpo. Apai with a perfect setup into Colrox and just barely beats out the defender on Rio Grande's side. Valpo back in this thing. If we go to time, it's going to go to overtime now instead of a victory screen.
Oh, that was a quadruple touch there off the crossbar. None of them went in.
Well, fortunately, this isn't volleyball. You can do that here.
Exactly. 7 seconds left. Up high is API and Captain Clutch. Rio Grande pushing on offense there. Nothing to come of it, it seems. Anonymous will see if he can keep the ball up, and he does get the pass, but the ball hits the ground. Sudden death overtime for the second game in a row, and we've got a 2-2 tie going into overtime for the second game in a row.
Yep, and API wins the faceoff. Off of a faceoff last overtime, Valparaiso was able to come out on top, but unfortunately that's not going to be happening in the 5-second window that happened last time. Colrock's getting demoed there a second ago. He is going to respawn in time for a defensive play, but unfortunately API got him covered.
So API lobs that ball up over center field. Anonymous making a play. Colrock's as well making a play. Probably a good roster switch, subbing in Colrock's for Master Seb, just a more consistent player most of the time, which consistency is usually a good thing, but Master Seb being the explosive player that he is, sometimes you need that energy in terms of coming out on top, but being down one game early in the playoffs makes it tough to take that risk. So we'll see if any more roster changes are to come out of this if Valpo does take this game, but 50 seconds in, there's still no goal, and a beautiful save from Colrock's there to keep this game at 2-2.
Colrock's and API definitely carrying this one. The team synergy that those two have on offense and on defense is giving them a good position to win this. J Spiel hitting that one over the top, and it is Captain Clutch, possibly benefiting off of the bad camera angle that the defender from Valpo had. Obliviox and Colrock's not able to get on top of that one in time, and Obliviox is going to be beat last minute. In overtime, for the second time, this time Rio Grande is on top, and we are going to be going into Game 4, match point for Rio Grande.
Taking a look at the scoreboard, Rio Grande once again dominating, but we do see J Spiel and Captain Clutch dominating this game for Rio Grande. Only 164 points for Anonymous. So Valpo a little bit more dispersed, and a little bit more evenly dispersed, I should say. Obliviox on the bottom of the scoreboard there. API in the middle. Colrock's on top. So we will look to see what Game 4 brings us, but Rio Grande out early 2-1 here, and all they need is one more game to keep it going. So we load into Game 4 and wait on the server to get this one underway.
Yeah, we are seeing a bit of a disparity as well, not just in the goal-scoring potential that Rio Grande has over Valpo, also the shot potential. Pretty much every match so far, the shots that have been sent in from Rio Grande has been more numerous than the ones that Valpo has.
So we will keep the camera on the ball for this kickoff. API and, who is that? J Spiel going after that kickoff. High up in the air, Captain Clutch trying to get a little bit of a ground pitch off that one. We see Obliviox up in the air now. API with the missed pass attempt as Captain Clutch will knock this back down towards Valpo's goal.
Yeah, looking for a reset too.
Aerial back towards Rio Grande's end. API going up against Anonymous. Ball centered beautifully. Colrock's misses that one. Looks like the defensive pressure is what made him miss there.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about that too. Again, no matter what happens, it always seems like there's more players on the ball than from Rio Grande's side than from Valpo's side.
So 4:20 left, and there's a goal. Once again, J Spiel. He's been on a roll the past two games so far, just putting in goal after goal, leading this Rio Grande team in terms of goals. And there's another one. You see that Batman goal explosion there. And get used to seeing that one if Rio Grande's putting in anymore.
Yeah, I believe that's like the third or fourth one I've seen from Spiel or J Spiel alone at this point. And again, back on offense is Rio Grande, trying to hit that one in, and Colrock's fortunately able to shoot that one right underneath Captain Clutch, because that could have been another goal within 1 minute of the match starting.
API there on defense, knocks that ball back towards the right side. Obliviox trying to push that one up towards the corner. Good demo there on J Spiel. Ball towards center.
Oh, and it's going to be an own goal because of Colrock's setup. Look at that.
So Valpo lucky to get that one in off the own goal. Obliviox pass to Colrock's and a good initial save by Anonymous, but just the, direction of his car and the trajectory that he was moving at, just put that ball back into the net there. See the little quick chat up there.
some trash talk possibly coming out from Rio Grande's side, or possibly trying to shake off the own goal. It could be either one of those two.
But they will have another opportunity here, and a good demo there by Obliviox keeps Rio Grande from being able to make an attempt on that. Anonymous going up against Obliviox there once again. Captain Clutch, ball over on the side. API knocks that away back down in the offensive end.
Yeah, but that's going to be Colrox taking it out of Valpo's offensive end, speaking of which. And he's going to set up perfectly for APOD to take it around. Oblivix just barely not in the correct headspace to go for that. It's going to be Captain Clutch trying to get a hit over the top. Not quite going to get it. And good defensive play from Valpo. Going to be forcing a retaliation here from Rio Grande out of their own defensive zone.
Oblivix with a high pass. Captain Clutch does intercept that. And there's another goal from Jay Spiel. He's got 2 in this game. He's going to be looking for the 3rd by now. But, once again, no one covering that spot, and Rio Grande was able to, recognize that and put that ball towards the left side where there was no Valpo defender.
Jay Spiel really good at hitting the corners on those goals. And pretty much every time I see him score, it's either in the top right corner or in the bottom left. And man, that's just really good precision pass play there from Rio Grande's entire roster.
Jay Spiel with another shot. That one goes off the crossbar. Oblivix taking this out. We are just about halfway through this game, and Valpo still down by 1. Rio Grande been dominant all night long. Good save from Captain Clutch.
Yeah, but I really want to call out really good team play from Valpo's side, but it might have been an overcommitment. That's the problem with using all 3 players for one offensive play. They're all out of position when the ball goes sour, and Anonymous taking this one. Understated player in Anonymous, but they've been a very good, crucial part of disrupting Valpo's offense at every given moment.
So all 3 Rio Grande players now over 200 points, and Captain Clutch almost over 300 points there. Colrox with a challenge. So 3-1 is going to make it tough for Valpo, especially already being down a game in the series. But we've seen this team come back from bigger deficits before this season, and especially having already played Rio Grande before. They will be looking to hopefully make something happen here. But once again, it is a 7 seed against a 2 seed here, so Valpo is not the favorite, but hoping to send Rio Grande home here with a little bit of an upset.
Yeah, and could potentially do it. Open field for Colrox, going to shoot it up top. Oblivix with the follow, not quite going to get it in time, and neither is API. But, oh my god, Colrox with another follow-up, not going to send it in. Still trying to keep the ball in play. Oblivix and API going back to get some more boost. Oblivix trying to hit it in, and that's going to be Captain Clutch into J Spiel. Good save there from Colrox to prevent a worse deficit for them.
Colrox looks like he will have this to himself, launching it down the field. Captain Clutch there on defense for Rio Grande to put that ball back towards center. Jay Spiel looks like he'll go up off the wall and off the ceiling in a beautiful pass, but Oblivix is there to make the play for Valpo.
Yeah, definitely discourage any offensive players from Rio Grande side of things to go for a goal there. It's going to be Valpo's ball. Taking it out is Oblivix. Has Colrox on his wing. Captain Clutch is going to shoot it up the wall. Colrox with a floater into the goal. 1 minute and 11 seconds left, but Valpo is only down 1 goal. Can they bring this back, Ethan?
I think that Valpo does stand a good chance to come back. There's still a minute 10 or a minute 11 left to play in this one, so there is enough time to get a goal. I always like to say if someone can score 3 goals in 2 minutes, it should be no problem to score 1 goal in 1 minute. So, yeah, we'll see if Valpo is able to make something happen. If they do get momentum on their side, like we seem to be seeing here, hopefully they're able to put another goal in.
Yeah, Oblivix now is going to be escorting the ball to the corner, sending it up high right into the waiting arms of Anonymous, who loves the aerial ground. That was a nice hit there to keep it in play for Rio Grande's team. Captain Clutch now is going to be trying to take it from center, but again, another really good disruption from Valpo's offense is going to keep the ball in their favor. API again stealing that one, but J Spiel going to go up top, forcing Valpo to retreat back to defend their goal. Oblivix now trying to mount some pressure for his team. They cannot play the waiting game here, Ethan. They need to score in the next 30 seconds or they can kiss their playoff hopes goodbye.
And there's the ice goal from Anonymous. So 2 goals in 23 seconds is going to be tough to pull out, so it looks like Rio Grande will pull this one away, but Rocket League is a big game of never say never. Kickoff goals happen all the time, so we'll see if Valpo's able to get lucky here with this kickoff. Colrox and J Spiel going up. Oh, Captain Clutch getting the touch there, I should say, waiting on defense.
Yeah, I really like the feint of the initial face-off there. It's going to be a first hit from Valpo, but Captain Clutch RL is going to be keeping it in Valpo's defensive zone. Colrox has to get something going on now. API centers it a little bit here. 5 seconds on the clock. It looks like this one might be out of reach for a Rio Grande victory. It's going to touch the ground, and that is set point, ladies and gentlemen. Rio Grande advances to the next round of competition. It's a 3-1 set count in favor of Rio Grande. Hell of a season for our Valpo Brown team. but they're going to be bowing out of the playoffs in quarterfinals.
Game recap, Colrocks did come away with 505 points, but it unfortunately was not enough for this Valpo team. And, a great season in terms of Valpo Browns play, going up in terms of rank and division, coming into this season. So really, outdoing themselves in terms of this year. We will have Valpo Gold action as they also have a playoff match coming up soon. So keep an eye out on Twitter and other platforms for that announcement. But we'd like to thank everyone who came out today, everyone who was watching this Valpo Brown team this season. This is Jackbox signing off for Valpo Brown one last time this year. Laird alongside me in the studio this week. We will look forward to seeing you back for the Gold Stream coming up soon.